Welcome, Body Rockers, to this stretch session. Thank you so much for joining me in this session of TLC. We're going to show our body some love for all the hard work it's been doing. So let's get started. You're going to start in a comfortable cross-legged position. One hand on your side.
Go.
We're going to start with side bends. Okay, so we're getting a nice big stretch. Pull all up the side, your serratus anterior, a little bit of your shoulder. Really try to force this side, your hip and your knee down to the ground. Reach over towards the floor. Should feel nice and good. So each stretch we're holding for 30 seconds.
Rest.
Good. So each time you do your stretches, do make sure to hold it for at least 30 seconds. What happens when you first get into a stretch is your body tries to fight it. Your muscles resist the stretch. But after 10 or so seconds, they start to loosen and you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch. And I really encourage you to really go for it and see how much length you can get. You know, all throughout workouts and during most of our life, there's a tendency for the muscles to want to shorten and contract. So that's why stretching is so important, to counteract all of that. A few more seconds on this side.
Rest.
Nice. The next one is a spinal twist. We'll just be taking it like this. So right hand on your left knee here.
Go.
Hand behind your back and just looking and stretching behind you here. Really try to look towards the back of the room. We're looking for some movement in the spine. So all these stretches are static. In our warm-up, we did a lot of dynamic stretching and mobilizations. This is more to really just get the length and pulling the muscle.
Rest.
Good. 10 seconds before we move into the other side. Left hand on your right knee here, hand behind your back, and you're just trying to look behind you, really twisting your shoulders away from the front of your body. Now the stretch session is also very important as a sort of like cool down and mental checking in with your body. It's like a communing with your body, seeing what feels weird, what feels odd, what needs a bit more stretching. If you're particularly tight in one area, you might want to repeat a stretch. So do it once, relax, come back into it, and see if you can get a little deeper.
Rest.
Good. Next is a shoulder stretch. So arms straight across your body. Other hand holding it back here. Should feel something, your whole shoulder area here. Breathing into it. Really enjoying and savoring that stretch. So avoid the temptation to skip your warm-up and your stretch. I easily spend 20 minutes doing my warm-up and 20 minutes doing my stretch after my workout. And honestly, it's my favorite part of working out.
Go.
Good, so other side. So the stretching portion also is very meditative. Just a nice way to come back down after a tough workout. Just to reset and calm down.
Rest.
Good. Next, let's get into those hamstrings. So you'll bend one leg, bring it up into your hips like this, one leg straight out, and just reaching forward wherever you can go. Now we've hit the hamstrings a lot in the warm-up and also during our flexibility days, but this is more of just a like static stretch, really trying to get as much length as you can, bringing your head as far possible towards your foot as you can.
Rest.
There we go. So we're going to swap sides. Now here, you really want to be keeping your back straight. Don't bend over into your back.
Go.
So really bending forward from the hips, thinking about your chest coming towards your leg. Okay, if you're here, that's fine too. In time, you will get closer and closer and really work on getting more movement. At a very base level, you should be able to bend over and touch your toes without pain or discomfort. If you can't do that, work on making that your goal.
Rest.
Perfect. So let's get into our inner thighs here. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together and come into this butterfly position. Clasp under your feet. And right here, just try to push your knees towards the floor if you can, and bending forward. You're looking for a stretch in here in your adductors. Just a nice, simple, passive stretch. Don't force it too much.
Rest.
Good. We're gonna get into our quads. So you're gonna come to a lying position. Comfortable lying position. Grab the back of your foot of your top leg here.
Go.
Just pull your leg back. If you want to make this stretch a little bit deeper, this other leg, put the foot on your knee and just push it down. And you're gonna feel a more intense stretch here. So whatever body part you work on a particular day, I do encourage you to do all the stretches. Do stretch your whole body, even if it's a leg day. Go through all the stretches. Okay, and we're gonna flip over the other side. Same thing, of course, so grab that leg.
Go!
If you wanna make it deeper, push down. That's it. Remember to breathe. Breathe into the muscles.
Rest.
Very good. Okay, we're gonna come to lying on our back and let's stretch out those glutes. Okay, I love working out the glutes.
Go!
One foot on your knee, bring it to your body, something like this. If you can't quite reach here, like this, or even like this. If you feel it like this, that's where you are. As you get more flexible, try to bring that leg as close to your body as you can. You're looking for a nice stretch up here, your outer butt area, your hip. As I was saying, I love working on my glutes, so this is a really important stretch.
Rest.
Good. Other side. Nope, we're still resting, but I started a little earlier.
Go!
This is such a delicious stretch, this one. Love this. Staying nice and loose and limper and doing your stretches will help prevent injuries. So don't skip it.
Rest.
Good. Now let's stretch out our core area. So you're gonna come onto your stomach, hands under your shoulders,
Go!
and just stretch up to wherever you can. If it's here, that's fine. You're looking for a stretch up through your abdomen area. Feels good, a nice stretch. Also for the lower back, get some flexibility in your back bend. Breathe through it and center yourself.
Rest.
Good, and slowly we're gonna come up to standing. Last little thing.
Go!
Just rolling our shoulders out. Couple rolls back. Couple rolls forward. A little bit of a shake. Anything that's tight or loose, stretch it. If you need to stretch your hamstring again, go for it. But guys, that's your stretch. Good work. Thank you so much, and see you soon.